Hey everybody, Joey Vineco here from bonesandbuff.com. I wanted to give you some of my killer tips for actually gaining weight. So this is more for beginners. I get a lot of questions from people, just general questions that are asked by a lot of different people. So I decided to do a bit of a video response to answer some of those questions and put together my top 9 killer ways to put on some mass. So I'm going to go through while I do my warm-up here in the gym. I'm going to keep it a bit lighter so that I'm not running and losing my train of thought and get spit off the treadmill. So we're going to start off with number 1. These are for tips for skinny guys trying to put on a bit of mass. So they might not apply to the naturally muscular guys, but skinny guys have a tendency to be a bit more wiry, to want to do more, are hyperactive. So whenever you're trying to put on weight, you're going to have to make some adjustments. So we're going to go through some of those right now. First thing you want to do is you want to keep your training sessions to only under an hour. So you don't want to be training much more than that. There's a lot of people out there that want to train 6 days a week, 2-hour workouts. And that's fine if you're on like steroids or if you're naturally gifted and naturally muscular. If you're skinny, that's not the case. You're going to have to play by a different set of rules. So I would recommend training under an hour so that you're not overtraining and that you're going to give your body enough reason to recover after the workouts and during the week. So focus on progression rather than trying to work out more and longer. The other one I want to tell you is that you have to start to eat. You have to start making eating a habit. Whenever I first started, that was kind of a new progression to me because I thought that I was eating a lot before, but I wasn't eating every 3 hours, and when I was eating, it wasn't really the best stuff to be putting in my body. So start making eating a habit for every 2 to 3 hours, so that's about 6 to 7 meals a day, and you'll start to see a lot better results. The other thing I want to let you know, alright, tip number 3 is a tip for everyone, not even just for skinny guys, and that's to stop relying on supplements. Now supplements, I use them, a lot of other people use them that I know that are successful in their muscle building goals, but the problem is don't rely on a supplement. You want to just use it to aid your training. I hear a lot of people ask me, what supplement is going to put a lot of muscle on my body? Well, the supplement itself isn't going to translate into instant muscle on your body. What it will do is help you recover a bit faster, maybe give you a little extra edge in the gym, but you have to put in the work. You have to lift the heavier weights. So if anything, just improve your mental state. You can take supplements, but don't rely on a supplement to actually put the muscle on. You have to do the work. If supplements are okay, just keep that in mind. Number 4 is just take it easy. As a skinny guy, I found growing up was that I was very active, did a lot of different sports, a lot of different activities, and I had a hard time just sitting still. And what happens is, that's how we're programmed as skinnier guys. We're just hyperactive. So whenever you're trying to put on a bit of weight, you're going to want to save all your energy for the gym, for the time that you need it the most. You don't want to be twitching or fidgeting around when you're at your desk or in school. You want to make sure to try to just relax a bit more. And then when you get to the gym, then you want to really let go, be active, push the weights, and you'll have more energy to do that in the gym. Okay, the next one is you have to understand a caloric surplus. Okay, so a caloric surplus is just basically you need to put in more nutrition into your body to allow for growth to happen. I hear a lot of people ask me and tell me, I eat all the time, but I still can't gain weight. I've tried everything. And every time I hear that, it just makes me cringe because I think of how hard it was at the start, but once I learned that secret, that all you have to do, one of the major things you have to do is just eat more. And yeah, okay, if you just ate more and you didn't train, you probably just put on muscle and fat, but when you train and incorporate weights, it'll translate to a lot more muscle. So figure out what you need, figure out your baseline calories, and then I'd recommend increasing it by about 500 calories a day. You want that surplus so that you have extra energy to push extra weight to translate into more muscle. And you're probably underestimating the power of nutrition when muscle building. But it's just as important as it was whenever you're doing fat loss. Okay, so don't underestimate it. You really need to pay attention regardless of your different fat loss or muscle building goals. Nutrition is about 80% of your results. And whenever I want to switch from muscle building to fat loss, I usually just change my nutrition around. And I'm telling you, as a skinny guy, you need to be eating a lot. Next one is progression. Now, so many kids out there and fellow muscle building people that I meet always asking me, what program should I use for this? What program should I do for my arms? And they're basically asking, what's the number one program to do? And I'm here to tell you that there probably isn't a number one program out there. There's so many different training routines you can try, but in the end, it comes down to progression. I could use any program, and as long as I progress on it from week to week and follow it as it's outlined, you'll see gains. You'll see different results. You can't rely on the program. The program will never fail you. You can only fail the program. Alright, so let's focus on progression. Each and every week, regardless of the program you're following, make sure you progress in it. Whether that's an extra rep, less rest time, whatever it actually boils down to. Every week you should be beating your personal best in some sort of set or exercise. Not necessarily every single one, but you should make some sort of form of progression. And when you stop making progressions, that's when you probably stagnated, you're on a bit of a plateau, and then you change the variables. But stop, trying to find this magic program that exists that will solve all your problems, because it doesn't exist. And I've been there, so I understand that, and it would be easy to, think that way, but it's not. So just make sure you follow the right principles. Following up on the progression one, whenever you do hit a kind of plateau, you want to change the rep range first. So you can keep the same exercise and set protocol. What you really want to do is maybe instead of doing 8 reps on 4 sets, change it up to 10. Maybe do 12. But every 3 to 4 weeks, you should be switching that variable. And this will keep you from plateauing. Now, it's not to say you can't do the same weights, but you might have to switch around the weights to allow for that. So if you're bench pressing, say 150 pounds for 10 reps, well, if you're going to go for 15 reps, you're going to have to drop the weight a bit. But it's okay because you're placing a new demand on your body, even if you're lifting a bit lighter weight. And to go the opposite way, you could actually drop the amount of reps you do and increase the weight. Every 3 to 4 weeks, I would say you should be changing that variable. And if you're following a set training routine, I can almost guarantee that they're going to do that for you because they know that that's about the right timeline.